Alright. Alright. Turning this around, starting now. Turning it around, starting now. In the top left, Green Zerg, the bad guy. PaSs is the bad guy, everyone. PaSs of Central Europe. Alright. And in the bottom right, is the hope, the beacon of hope for all the free world right now. He is game. He's game. So, ignoring his own rules about having the country tag in your name, but you know what, that's fine. We're America. America, we know when it's important to follow rules and when it's not important to follow the rules. This time, it's not important to follow it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh shit. What kind of America move is this gonna be? What kind of America move is this gonna be? Gonna be scouting? America loves intelligence. You seen our CIA program? It's the tits. Alright? Scouting is a very America thing to do right now. I like it. I was setting up the overlay. I'm typing it in. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna fucking do this now. So I'm not have to hear shit about not setting up the overlay. Alright? I used to do this, and then I stopped doing it, and I'm gonna start doing it again. Alright? Alright, I want the black one. Swedish Brood War Initiative Nation War. Alright? 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 Alright, boom. Boom. Now when there's not an overlay there, you still can't see the replay part. Fine. What? I missed it, but PaSs is trying to put slander on America. That had to have been what just happened there. What a communist jerk. Trying to propagandize against America? To trick their citizens into the evils of communism? What a fucker, PaSs. What a communist fucker. Alright. So, America over here, building Marines. Marines are pretty American. If they were from some other country, they'd be called like soldiers. Or infantrymen. Infantrymen is a very non-American thing. But Marines are American. That's what we do. We do shit in the ocean. We name our things after oceans, and when they have nothing to do with the ocean. Marines. It's fine. It's what we do in America. Because in America, we're all about the ocean, except for when we're not. Very American of us. God, I really wish we were playing Latin America so we could be playing against Castro. That'd be the best. Ah, that's a shame. It's a shame. Alright, so PaSs has his third hatchery, getting up his lair, going for 3 hatching unit most likely. Game has some Marines, but he got his fast expo up. Looks like some 2-Rax Academy stuff. He's just now starting to mine gas, yeah. So, going to be throwing down on that academy. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be here. I'm gonna guess that's typically the spot people like to put their academies, like right above the mineral line. Could be below the mineral line, but I'm gonna guess above. PaSs is threatening. Look at how communism has deformed nature's beauty. Holy shit. What has communism done? Alright, here we go. Purge. Purge the world of communism evil. Alright, it's fine. And no, I was on the bottom. Damn. I guessed wrong. That's fine. It's fine. So, 2 sunken colonies. One of them is not going to be in time if game just wants to go in right now. If game just wants to attack, then he'll only have to deal with 1 sunken colony. That's more than enough Marines to deal with just 1 sunken colony. Here we go. 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 No. Again, you're not going on the right thing. Stop shooting the hot air balloon. Alright, we're not going. It's fine. It's fine. We changed our mind. Not going. Could have. We could have just won the game right there. But instead, we're going to lure communism into a false sense of security. We're going to lure communism into a false sense of security. Murder them a little bit later. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. Alright. So, +1 on the way, and throwing down another couple of Raxes. I'm not sure why he's moving out again with the Marines. It's not much larger than he had before, and I assumed that if he can go for another attack before Mutalisks come out, but he needs the medics. So I don't know why he's... I guess he'll just wait there for the medics. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. This is America. This is America. We don't need our women chaperoned around by men. This isn't communist Sharia law land. The women are independent. They can do what they want. In America. Alright. So, Spire's done. Mutalisks are out. PaSs should be trying to attack pretty soon here. Now the Hydra's done started. So, getting to work on those lurkers pretty soon. The Mutalisks. Ooh, nice. PaSs does not get a shot off, and he nearly loses one. The Marines trying to get another little hit. No. Not going to quite be able to catch back up to the Mutalisks. But now the Mutalisks are coming in from the correct direction. Doesn't even die. That's America tough right there. Does not die. Alright. Alright. So. Excuse me. That's +1, almost done. And once +1 finishes, it's going to become very dangerous for PaSs to make passes at the Marines, just because the Marines will be able to do so much damage to them every time the Mutalisks get a little bit too close. Now, game has to run away from the cliff. He can't really engage around ledges, but I guess he can if the Mutalisks fly in that close. Alright, working out well for game. The Mutalisks for Marine trades have been kind of similar, but the Mutalisks aren't even close to attacking SCVs right now. There is absolutely no economic damage going on to game right now, which is pretty good. I'm really curious what his turret count looks like, because if he got really greedy and didn't go for any turrets at all, and is keeping the Mutalisks completely away, then this is really nice for him. Okay, he did build some turrets, so can't say that. Can't say that. He built like one of our turrets. But still, keeping the Mutalisks away is nice. Picking off one right there. Oh, losing another Mutalisk. All right. Okay, so this is interesting. This is interesting. Game's throwing down 2 factories simultaneously. You actually don't see this very often. Normally, if you want to go factories, you'll just build a lot of factories at once, not just 2. At the same time, if you normally you only build 1 in this situation. You just want 1 factory, and then that'll be enough tanks, and then the starport will produce the science vessels. and you need 1 factory for that. But instead, Game's going to be getting 2 factories, and both with machine shops, so he is going to go for a really strong tank force. The factories are a little bit later than normal. A little bit. I mean, he's been on 5 racks for a while now. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. You know, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good... Any strategy that involves getting more tanks, generally pretty solid. Generally a pretty solid idea, so I'm liking this right now. Finally have the first lurkers out. Finally have the first lurkers out, trying to get into the position, but here comes Game. Game with the surround on the lurkers. The scan goes down. He's going to go try to engage. Ooh, that wasn't that good. He killed all the lurkers, I guess. So that's nice. Mutalisks trying to hide from the long arm of America. But no, they're going to get murdered. Except for this one. You can go run back and spread fear among all the other Zerg units, and their morale will decrease. Alright. PaSs gearing up for another attack here. Game's gonna get the drop on it. He can do a little bit of damage. Oh, PaSs with a +1 armor. He got a relatively fast +1 armor. The Marines already have +1 attack, so it doesn't matter that much. And, just noticing this now. He went 5 Raxes, but he didn't get +1 armor. Normally that's a given when you go up to that many Raxes. You're just going to, you're just going to want better upgrades for your Marines. Especially helpful against the Lurkers. But, deciding against it. Deciding against it. I have to assume that means he's mech switching soon, right? If he's not getting any more upgrades and he wants to go mech. If he was planning on going bio any later into the game, then he definitely wants more upgrades, right? You'd think? Alright. He's getting spider mines. That's most likely mech. I mean, he's not throwing down the factories yet, which is the only reason I'm hesitant about it, but he doesn't exactly have a whole lot of money. He's doing a good job of spending it, so... I mean, he stopped producing out of the barracks. Oh, here we go. PaSs making an attack. Run away, run away, run away! Okay. 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 Okay, we're good. We're good. Good. Did you see that? You see that? That's an American retreat like that. Yeah, you back off, but just to avoid the opening salvo. And then everybody charges forward immediately after that. That's an American retreat right there. I like it. I like it. So, lurkers threatening to take out these side disruptors, and oh, well, that's a shame. They actually are going to take down the side disruptors eventually, as he did manage to get them into burning range. It's gonna be a little bit annoying. Game has a strong army right now, but he's still only on 2 bases. He really has about expanding, and considering... Okay, there we go. Considering that he has a back door, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, if you have that back door, it's just so easy to take. You could use the extra minerals, even if you are going mech. Even if you're going mech, you could still use the extra minerals. Alright. So, what are we looking like for Hive here? Hive's done. Consume's on the way. Actually, neither player has been very aggressive in their expos. PaSs, he's taken a 3rd base, but this is just the 3rd base. It hasn't been up for that long. Oh, coming in for attack? Coming in for the attack. There's only 1 lurker there. Oh, here comes more lurkers. Here comes more lurkers. Oh, this is going to hurt. No, it's not. Yeah, America. Oh, that was a terrible attack from PaSs. And by terrible attack, I mean it was an amazing American defense right there. And America all over him. Like, boom. Recreating Battle of New Orleans right here. Not really. This is actually not reminiscent at all of the Battle of New Orleans. I just had to pick some defense where America won. And that was the first one that came to my mind. And PaSs lose that base. So PaSs back on 2-base hive. I'd cancel that Ultralisk Cavern. You do not have the gas to be getting Ultralisk Cavern and Defiler Mounds right now. I just don't think it's worth it. That's me. We'll see if his Ultralisk actually become really important. Alright. Taking out. Oh, okay. He's shooting at Murder's Ninja Swarm. Those are still burning down. Oh, I can catch it. What? Oh. That's weird. Alright. Never mind, I guess we won't see it burn down. Alright. So, game's transitioning into mech, which is going to work out really well for him. There's not a whole lot PaSs can do aggressively right now. PaSs just really needs to expand. Like, even if it's just to this mineral only at this point, he really needs some more income to be able to do something. Yeah, losing another shuttle. He should have more shuttles than this. I mean, he's been on 2 starports for a while. The first starport was slightly on the later side, but the second one was early. Wasn't that much longer after the first. Alright. So you can get one good attack out of this, but with so many lurkers, I don't know how much damage you can do. Lurkers alone like this, it's hard to get really amazing aggressive engagements off of them. Because, well, I guess that's working out pretty well, isn't it? I guess that wasn't so bad. But now, as soon as they unburrow, they're going to take a lot of damage. I don't think the Defiler is... Oh, I don't think the Defiler is alive anymore. Some more Lings coming in, but I don't think they'll actually be able to make it to the tanks. Kind of surprised Game hasn't took this base yet. It'd be a pretty safe base, considering his army positioning. Alright, so Swarm's gone, and now the Lurkers are going to start to die. I do have to back up a little bit. Alright, so you have these 2 Ultralisks that don't even have the armor upgrade. Are you getting the armor upgrade? No, you're not getting the armor upgrade. I just don't know how effective they can be. Like, that gas seems like it could have been better served elsewhere. Oh, those mines. Why are those mines in such a terrible position? Oh no, those mines. Why? Oh, mines. It's fine, though. It's fine. It's just way too many siege tanks to even pretend to care. So, Ultralisks... Okay, they took out a tank. This attack's going better than it should be right now. This attack is actually going a lot better than it should be, in part because of those mines. I thought the mines wouldn't matter. They blew half his own army up, but it turns out he couldn't quite beat PaSs with only half of his army. Really? Really? Is this gonna happen? Is this actually gonna happen right now? Oh, don't even give me this. Don't even give me game. Game, you need to stabilize right now. Buddy? Pal? American friend? We need to not lose this, okay? We need to not lose. What? Apparently lag spikes? But that's fine. That's fine. Game's okay. He knows he's not gonna lose. He has 2 base. He has 2 bases. And Zerg also has 2 bases. But game will be mining from his middle only. And Zerg will not. So everything's going to be fine. Okay, so called it. Called it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Got pushed back a little bit. But now America's on the offensive again. Let's go. Let's go. What's more time? Okay. I got time. Man. Like, how many Ultralisks he's producing? That is all of his gas. He cannot make any Lurkers, he cannot make any Defilers, really. I wonder if it's worth it. I wonder if it's worth putting all of your gas into Ultralisks right now. He doesn't even have upgrades for, admittedly, upgrades aren't the most important thing against mech. Certainly not as important as they would be if he was going up against a bio army. Oh, tank get into siege mode. Alright. The Ultras are gonna die. It's just a matter of how much do they take with them. Answer is a lot. Okay, they're not gonna die. They're both gonna be at like 10 health. Oh, alright, here we go. Here we go. They're both dead. So, this base is gonna go down. Games can take it out. Apparently, did he switch back into bio? Did he land some Raxes? Or did he just happen to have those Marines forever? Apparently he just had them. Alright. Alright, there we go. GG. Alright! America on the board! Finally taking a game. That's not what I wanted to hit. Actually, that is the one I want to hit because I had America on the left the entire time. So we're going to continue that. Alright, match point. Let's go. So, in the bottom left, as the blue Terran, is game. And in the top right, as the white Zerg, is PaSs. Alright. Alright. Interesting. So, SCV going out for scout. Does have the supply depot already in the base. Not sure. Game can answer this because he's in chat. I'm not sure why he doesn't wall. I mean, we saw Skyline try to wall on this map earlier and it didn't work out for him. Oh, maybe he is going to wall, but he just didn't want to put the supply depot there? Man, even if it's not a tight wall, I think it's better to have something there than absolutely nothing. The supply depot back here doesn't do you any good. Alright. So, apparently still lagging. It looks like he's just going to be annoying here. The SCV finally taken out. He's delaying it a good amount. Up to 450 before the hatchery can get set down. Maybe even 500. Yeah. Up to 500 minerals before the hatchery can be set down. That's nice. Very nice to delay it that long if you can. Spawning pool is getting pretty close to done. Ooh, and a second SCV moving out? Are we going to be aggressive here? Well, apparently not. Apparently we are sitting down the wall. Alright. So, game is going to be aggressive. It's not with an early bunker, though. It's going to be with a 2-fact. Now, the fact that the barracks is lifted off should already be a hint to PaSs that something's up. I guess he doesn't know for sure whether it's 2-fact or... Excuse me, a 2-fact or some kind of port build. But if it was Wraiths, he probably would leave the barracks down anyway. Just as a little bit of extra defense. Ouch, man. Did I miss something? I'm not even sure what he's referring to anymore. The Zergling is go. It's not even gonna get far enough in to see that he's about to be attacked by vultures. Nope. He's not allowed in my chat. Kind of feel a little bit bad about banning the spawns for the tournament, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll remod him when he comes back, because I'm pretty sure timing him out automatically demods him. But no talking about that guy in my chat. I don't like him. And censorship is bad unless it's things that I think should be censored, then it's totally fine. Alright. So speed is done. Mines? We have mines? We don't have mines. Okay, so it's just speed vultures. The Hydrosten, yeah, he did go for an early Hydrosten. Smart move there. And the lair is on the way. This is going to be a pretty tough wall to get through, but there are a lot of vultures to tank shots here. Better than expected, getting half of them through. And only two of them are seriously injured. But there are more Hydralisks in the main. Alright. So, 6 vultures for 2 drones. Ugh. He is doing a really nice job of keeping this last one alive, though. Oh, I didn't get it. Yeah, 2 of them were nearly dead. Shame. Alright. So... Interesting. 2 Goliaths, and then back to vulture production? Mines is almost done, and yeah, it looks like he's just making vultures after pumping out those 2 Goliaths. You can snipe the Overlord. That supply blocks pass. Supply block pass was already supply bagged. Supply blocked. Wow. Alright. Boom. Getting a couple of them with spider mines. And maybe that was the reason he built the 2 Goliaths, to kill the Overlord so that it wouldn't be able to see the mines. Oh, 4 dead? 4 dead? 5 dead. Nice. That was like 5 Hydralisks for 4 mines. It's pretty nice. Alright. With all the Hydralisks this far out, yeah, that's exactly what I thought Game was going to do. He's going to lay his mines, and then he's going to go try to attack again. Now that there are no Hydralisks at home. He's going to be able to rack up a lot of damage, and he's still going to be relatively safe. Pass, not so good with the A moving. And managing to not die to mines. Oh, that's what was up. I didn't know what you guys were talking about. Apparently he waited a little bit too long. Wouldn't be able to can't get back in with the vultures. Still, surprising he doesn't have any siege tanks out. Siege tanks are pretty good versus Hydralisks. Especially when you can put the siege tank like here and just rain death on the Hydralisk so they have to come all the way around. Alright, Vulture's thinking about poking in again, but run into the Hydralisks. Still, he's going to be able to run around. 4 Hydralisks there. Not going to work out. Hydra's coming in from the top side. They're going to easily take out this Rax. So the barracks is dead. Mines! Mines! Alright, 4 more. 6 more. There are no siege tanks, though. And man, Goliaths are not that good. Oh, but the spider mine's helping out. Oh, man. Man, this would be really bad for Game if he had not gotten so many spider mine hits. Alright, only 2 Hydralisks are going to get out of there. All the Goliaths, not all the Goliaths, but most of the Goliaths stayed alive, which is rather nice. And hey, finally, we're making some siege tanks. Man, that battle would have been a lot different with even just 1 siege tank in there. Alright. And there we go, siege mode on the way. Man. These Goliaths are just such a weird decision. Like, he built some Goliaths, and then he's switching back into Vultures, apparently. Like, Goliaths can be good versus Zerg, but typically they're not very good versus Hydralisks. Actually kind of bad versus Hydralisks. And you can still beat the Hydralisks if you have enough Goliaths, but he's switching back away from that. Maybe he just wants to have enough to defend against possible Mutaswitch? And now that he has enough, he can stop making them? If he had just built a lot of Vultures instead of those Goliaths, assuming that he's not going to build siege tanks for whatever reason. So if he instead had a control group of Vultures instead of a control group of Goliaths, he would have been able to lay down so many more mines. I think he still would have been okay against the Hydralisk attack, despite the fact that he's using Vultures to defend. Alright. So, now that there are siege tanks, the Hydralisks just have such a hard time engaging. The siege tanks can nearly kill a Hydralisk with just single shot. But the splash damage is really what messes up the Hydralisks. Hydralisks can clump up quite nicely to take a lot of siege tank fire. Alright. So, Vultures, PaSs is doing a good job. You do have to give credit to PaSs of constantly having Hydralisks here. It's not even the same Hydralisks. It's just, as soon as Hydralisks spawn, he's putting them there until he's ready to move out. But he's constantly defending against Vulture run-bys, which is nice for him. Alright, so more factories. Again, kind of building some Goliaths. I'm not even sure. Doesn't have the +1 upgrade. Normally when you go for the early Goliaths, you have that armory fast, so you get the +1 just because it can really help dish out a lot more damage, but not doing it this game. Well, I guess it's a good thing he has so many Goliaths. Pretty sure he doesn't have the range upgrade on him, but that's fine. That's fine. He has enough Goliaths, he doesn't need it. Alright. So, here we go. Another attack here. Mines! 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 Oh, man, a lot of those mines looking very dangerous. Those Hydralisks were perfectly clumped up to be hit big. But he managed to avoid every mine now, and we're getting down to just the end here. Still not quite enough to bust through, but a good engagement for PaSs, taking out a lot of game's force here. I'm a little bit surprised Game isn't trying to sneak up to, like, this position, so that he can start to get his units onto the high ground, instead of having to defend from the low ground. The siege tanks do splash, so even when they miss, they're still doing damage to the Hydralisks, but it is taking away a lot of damage, and it certainly hurts the Goliaths if they're not shooting at the Mutalisks. Not to mention the vision range. That's another thing that should be considered. If you can't see the Hydralisks until they start firing, they can get pretty close. And that takes away a lot of the advantage siege tanks have of their ridiculous range. And it looks like now, yeah, he's slowly starting to crawl up, so he can start being on the high ground instead of defending from the low ground. It's a good idea. Oh. Going in for another attack now. The Mutalisks are going to get taken out pretty quickly here, but they can tank up a lot of damage from these Goliaths. I guess they won't go completely down. The range is done on the Goliaths. Man, but even without the Goliath support shooting at the Hydralisks, it's just too much damage put out from such a small number of siege tanks. Where's +1? Why is there no +1? I'm not sure. Alright. So now game really does want the high ground. It's gonna kind of force PaSs to engage here, because this might be the best opportunity he gets. If he lets game get any closer, game's gonna start shelling the natural. So PaSs is putting everything into this defense here, but again, doesn't have enough. Mutalisk transition was a weird decision considering the number of Goliaths game already had. You can go for Mutalisks in the same way you do for carriers. That's a little bit of a surprise method, but there was no surprise to be had there. Game was just ready for Mutalisks before PaSs was even making them, and then as soon as PaSs started to actually make the Mutalisks, game was reproducing Goliaths already. He was completely prepared for that. Oh, finally far enough forward to start taking out that base. We do have Mutalisks over at the top left. They will be doing damage to that base. So, worst case scenario right now is a base for base trade, but no, the turret's a little bit too much for PaSs to handle. He's forced to pull back. Alright. So, secret base from PaSs. Game's just going to miss it. While he goes down to take out this base. Should be able to. It doesn't look like PaSs is defending it terribly well. Well, apparently just not paying attention. Alright. So that base is most likely going to die. This one's already gone down. And base is on a... base. And game is on a very comfortable 4 bases right now. And... man, it's still not enough. The Mutalisks even have +1 armor, which counts double against the Goliaths. And the Goliaths are only doing half damage because of explosive, but not enough. Game takes game number 2, and North America scores its first point, bringing the score 1-2. 1-2.